I'm Bea, and you're watching my tutorial on the long division of polynomials. Polynomials can sometimes be divided using the simple methods, but sometimes it is better to use long division, a method similar to long division for numbers. Let us recall the parts of a division problem. We have the dividend and the divisor, which are both separated by the long division symbol. And of course, we have the quotient. Long division for polynomials is just similar to the long division for numbers, although it is quite a bit more complicated. It has only 3 steps that you should remember. First, divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor and put that in the answer. Second, multiply the divisor by that answer and put it below the dividend. Third, subtract to create a new polynomial. You just need to repeat all these 3 steps until you get your answer. One important thing to remember in dividing polynomials is to make sure that a polynomial is written in ascending order. That means that a term with the highest power comes first and the terms with the lower powers come next. The constant term is always written last. Let me show you some examples. Example number 1. We have 3x cubed plus 8x squared plus 5x plus 2 divided by x plus 2. Now, we write the dividend under the long division symbol, and we write the divisor outside the long division symbol. Now, the first step we do is we divide the first terms. What would you multiply with x in order to get 3x cubed? That would be 3x squared. Now, we multiply the answer with the divisor. 3x squared times x is equivalent to 3x cubed. 3x squared times 2 is equivalent to 6x squared. Now we add parentheses in order to avoid confusion, and then we subtract. Now, in subtracting polynomials, we remember the abbreviation CCA. The first C stands for change. Change the minus to a plus. The second C stands for another change. Change the signs of the terms of the subtrahend. The A stands for add. Add like terms. And then you would get your answer. Now, let's go back to our example. 3x cubed minus 3x cubed is equivalent to 0. 8x squared minus 6x squared is equivalent to 2x squared. Bring down 5x, and now we have a new polynomial. Repeat the first 3 steps. What would you multiply with x in order to get 2x squared? That would be 2x. Multiply 2x with the divisor. 2x times x is equivalent to 2x squared. 2x times 2 is equivalent to 4x. We add parentheses in order to avoid confusion. Now, 2x squared minus 2x squared is equivalent to 0. 5x minus 4x is equivalent to x. Bring down 2 and we have a new polynomial. Now, repeat again the first 3 steps. What would you multiply with x in order to get x? That would be 1. 1 times x is equivalent to x. 1 times 2 is equivalent to 2. Now, we add parentheses in order to avoid confusion. X minus x is equivalent to 0. 2 minus 2 is equivalent to 0. And so, we have an answer. Our final answer is 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. Now, how about we try a longer example? Don't panic, we just need to repeat the 3 steps mentioned earlier. Example number 2. We have 8x to the 4th power minus 6x cubed minus 7x squared minus 10x plus 8 divided by 2x minus 1. We write the dividend under the long division symbol and the divisor outside the long division symbol. We do the first step, which is to divide the first terms. What would you multiply with 2x in order to get 8x to the 4th power? That would be 4x cubed. Multiply this with the divisor. 4x cubed times 2x is equivalent to 8x to the 4th power. 4x cubed times negative 1 is equivalent to negative 4x cubed. We add parentheses in order to avoid confusion. Subtract. 8x to the 4th power minus 8x to the 4th power is equivalent to 0. Negative 6x cubed minus negative 4x cubed is equivalent to negative 2x cubed. Bring down negative 7x squared and we have a new polynomial. Now we repeat the first step. What would you multiply to 2x in order to get negative 2x cubed? That would be negative x squared. Negative x squared times 2x is equivalent to negative 2x cubed. Negative x squared times negative 1 is equivalent to x squared. We add parentheses in order to avoid confusion. Now we subtract. Negative 2x cubed minus negative 2x cubed is equivalent to 0. Negative 7x squared minus x squared is equivalent to negative 8x squared. Bring down negative 10x and we have a new polynomial. Repeat the first step. What would you multiply with 2x in order to get negative 8x squared? That would be negative 4x. Multiply this with the divisor. Negative 4x times 2x is equivalent to negative 8x squared. Negative 4x times negative 1 is equivalent to 4x. We add parentheses in order to avoid confusion. And then we subtract. Negative 8x squared minus negative 8x squared is equivalent to 0. Negative 10x minus 4x is equivalent to negative 14x. Bring down 8 and we have a new polynomial. Repeat the first step. What would you multiply with 2x in order to get negative 14x? That would be negative 7. Multiply this with a divisor. Negative 7 times 2x is equivalent to negative 14x. Negative 7 times negative 1 is equivalent to positive 7. We add parentheses in order to avoid confusion. Negative 14x minus negative 14x is equivalent to 0. 8 minus 7 is equivalent to 1. And now we have a remainder of 1. Our final answer is 4x cubed minus x squared minus 4x minus 7 plus that would be the remainder 1 over the divisor, which is 2x minus 1. This would be our final answer. Now, let's try another example. This time, what will you do if your polynomial has a missing term? Example number 3. X cubed plus 4x plus 6 divided by x plus 1. Now, notice that our dividend has a missing term, which is x squared. If any terms are missing in a polynomial, we use a 0 to fill in the missing term. This will help with the spacing. We write the dividend under the long division symbol and the divisor outside the long division symbol. Since we added a new term to fill in with the missing term, our dividend would be x cubed plus 0x squared plus 4x plus 6. We then proceed with the first step, which is to divide the first terms. What will you multiply to x in order to get x cubed? That would be x squared. Multiply this with a divisor. X squared times x is equivalent to x cubed. X squared times 1 is equivalent to x squared. We add parentheses in order to avoid confusion. And then we subtract. X cubed minus x cubed is equivalent to 0. 0x squared minus x squared is equivalent to negative x squared. Bring down 4x and we have a new polynomial. Repeat the first step. What will you multiply with x in order to get negative x squared? That would be negative x. Multiply this with a divisor. Negative x times x is equivalent to negative x squared. Negative x times 1 is equivalent to negative x. We add parentheses in order to avoid confusion, and then we subtract. Negative x squared minus negative x squared is equivalent to 0. 4x minus negative x is equivalent to 5x. We bring down 6 and we have a new polynomial. Repeat the first step. What will you multiply with x in order to get 5x? That would be 5. Multiply this with a divisor. 5 times x is equivalent to 5x. 5 times 1 is equivalent to 5. We add parentheses in order to avoid confusion, and then we subtract. 5x minus 5x is equivalent to 0. 6 minus 5 is equivalent to 1, and we have a remainder of 1. So our final answer is x squared minus x plus 5 plus a remainder 1 over the divisor x plus 1. And that is our final answer.
So, that was it, folks. That ends my tutorial. If you liked my video, don't forget to like and subscribe. More videos to come. Bye!